before the season started, I felt like a lot of Vikings fans were, the 2020 season that is, I felt like a lot of Minnesota Vikings fans were slightly optimistic. I mean, yes-ish. I don't know. I felt like there was a lot of optimism, but also a little bit of skepticism, especially with Danielle Hunter being out and a lot of different things going on there. But now things are different. Things are different and looking up. I am not kidding when I say things are looking up for the Minnesota Vikings. We talk about, in this episode, we're mainly going to be talking about the defensive line and how I think they could quietly have one of the best defensive lines in the entire NFL. That's right. Said it. Had to say it. Before we get into why we think they could have the best or one of the best defensive lines in the entire NFL, make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. Excuse me. When Danielle Hunter was out last year, there was little hope, very little hope. And I had predicted it that it was one of the most massive conspiracy and cover-up jobs in the Vikings organization. It really was. I mean, you talk about a guy that was one of the top guys in terms of pressures and sacks the year before, and then now he's not even going to be he's just going to be unavailable. I mean, herniated disc is not exactly easy for anybody to come back from, but I mean, it wasn't great. But now that they have got his contract situation figured out, you've got Danielle Hunter back in the building, you've got Michael Pierce, you've got Dalvin Tomlinson, and second-year pro DJ Wanham out here making some plays last year. This could be pretty fun. This could be really fun. That is why, one of many reasons, that just those starting four, and it's not even really just like about them. This entire, from depth-wise, this could definitely be a very scary team moving forward too. Now, what do we mean by that? Okay. Sheldon Richardson also signed with the Vikings. You got James Lynch, Janarius Robinson, Patrick Jones II, Jalen Twyman. This could be one of the deepest and best defensive lines in the entire NFL. Now, I think there's been a lot of debate on the Vikings needing another defensive end, and I could see it. I could understand why people would think that, but I don't think those people watched DJ Wanham last year. Now, I'm not saying he was by any means a world beater, but he definitely showed some things when it came down to it. A guy that had 3 sacks last year for the Vikings. And honestly, I don't think anybody was expecting him to contribute that soon. I think a lot of Vikings fans expected a lot more out of Unique Ngakoue, but it just didn't pan out like that. But don't sleep on DJ Wanham, especially with the way Andre Patterson coaches these guys up and the amount of plays these guys make. This could be a very fun and breakout year for DJ Wanham because, I mean, he's got all the tools you look for. He's got the size. He's got the speed, 6'5", 260. And I really don't think there's a reason why he can't break out this year and really set the record straight for the Minnesota Vikings and really shore up that other defensive end spot. And even if he doesn't, you've got guys like Janarius Robinson, Patrick Jones, Stephen Weatherly there, who's going to play also inside and outside and can provide some things for that defense. Jordan Brailford provided some things last year too. And so as far as the edge, I'm not that concerned because DJ Wanham's going to be able to, I think, really provide a lot of insight to what he's going to be for the Vikings moving forward this year, in his career, really. And it's only going to come to light this year because of the opportunity he's going to be given. Now, it was kind of one of those things where he kind of was forced to be the guy in a way last year, other than Unique Ngakoue and all that. But, I mean, now he's going to look presumably going to be the starter, and I think it is something that they need to keep an eye on. Everybody needs to keep an eye on DJ Wanham. But then we get back to the inside. I mean, it has been a long time since I've been this excited about the Vikings' interior defensive line. Again, Michael Pierce and Dalvin Tomlinson. The person or player that should be the happiest about the addition of both of these guys is middle linebacker Eric Kendricks. I mean, you just got 300 pounds dudes right in the middle. They're going to eat up blocks. You can just shoot sideline to sideline, make your plays, cover the middle of the field, do your thing. He should be ecstatic right now because you got 2 meatballs in the middle that are going to take up blockers, going to penetrate in the run game, that also going to bring in during the pass game, which actually will be supplemented by a couple of these other guys we're going to talk about in a second. But when you look at how Eric Kendricks played with the likes of Linval Joseph, and honestly, to me, when Shamar Stephen was playing at his peak, not exactly last year, but when you had 2 guys in the middle that were effective taking up blockers, he was flowing. He was doing his thing. When he had guys that could take up blockers and just keep them off him, he was fantastic. Last year, he was still very, very good, but not quite the impact that we saw because, again, he was getting he was getting almost sometimes he's getting alignment up at him and almost sometimes double team. So it's tough. At the end of the day, these other guys, we've already talked about the run game and how this is going to be really fun. We need to talk about the pass rush that is going to be generated here. Sheldon Richardson with the Vikings. I mean, I don't think there's in my mind, in terms of just pass rushing finesse, I don't know that Sheldon Richardson, in my mind, is out of the top 10 in pass rushing defensive tackles in the NFL. Had 4.5 sacks last year for the Cleveland Browns. Had 4.5 with the Vikings back in 2018. This is going to be a very, very interesting year for Sheldon Richardson. I think he's going to come off the bench and provide a lot of value for the Vikings as they look to get an interior pass rush. James Lynch, when given opportunities last year, flashed. I loved what I saw. And then also, I have said it from the beginning, I wanted Jalen Twyman. I wanted him. Wanted him. And prayers up, by the way. Really hoping he recovers fast. But at the end of the day, Jalen Twyman, to me, I have said it from the beginning, he could be the steal of the draft. Now, again, I know he didn't play this last year as an opt-out, but I have to say getting over 10.5 sacks at Pitt is a true feat. Wearing Aaron Donald's number now, or he probably won't have that kind of impact here, but he is going to be a force, especially on the inside there. You put it all together, you got the ingredients for a solid defensive line for the Vikings, and I think it could be one of the best defensive lines in the entire NFL. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys also like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. Helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. But with that, also make sure you guys, in the description down below, you'll find all of our social media handles, so you guys can give us a like and a follow there. Check out our website at thesportsbriefpodcast.com, and also give us a listen and sub on iTunes as well. And if you want us to cover anything else, make sure you guys submit those to us by emailing us at thesportsbp@yahoo.com. But with that, let us know what you guys think about the Vikings having one of, if not the best, defensive lines in the entire NFL.